I got my fix on day 6. I told you I was going to think of rhymes. I don't know what I'm going to do I know what I got for 7 already. I just have to do a lot of notes and always write stuff down. But so I am going to share with you, as I have been, my treatment by treatment from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, and let you all know what I am doing here at Hope for Cancer in Cancun. So I started my day, and I've been starting to do this as soon as I get in. I get my blood pressure checked and my oxygen level, and I guess, oxygen and blood pressure. And then I go stand on the Vibe machine, and I showed a video yesterday on Instagram, I think, and it's Vibe therapy. So I start my day with that, and I just have fun on it. And I've been doing all the different poses, so I've been getting a workout with it, trying to do stuff with my arms and my abs and my legs and all that stuff, and just it really helps with your lymphatic system and also gives you a workout. So I start my day with there. I'm on there for 10 minutes, and then I went right into the hyperbaric chamber, which I believe I posted a picture on Instagram. Maybe I did. I can't remember. So much goes on that it's just, everything just blurs together and the day flies by, and so much goes on. So anyway, so that was my second thing, and I was in it, I believe, for an hour. I get to do the pressure. My ears do not bother me anymore. I can depressurize them. So I'm super stoked because maybe I can go scuba diving. And I love whenever I travel to do different types of excursions like that. So so I'm kind of excited. But I just kind of take a nap. I didn't take my phone in with me to listen to a meditation. I just did my own meditation and just laid there. And it did get to a point where I was like, okay, I'm ready to be done with this. Just because I think of everything that I want to do, and I know there's only so much time, so I get so excited. But again, I forgot to say, greeted with a hug and hi from all the different nurses, and just, it's such a loving atmosphere, and there's so much positivity from everybody, no matter what diagnosis they were given by the doctor. Everybody's just so optimistic and just so much light and life and joy to be around, and just we have so many conversations, and not just all about cancer. It's just about what we're up to and who we are and what our lives have been like, and just we're so open with each other, and it's so nice. So after the hyperbaric chamber for about an hour, I had my first hydrocolon therapy. So it's a colonic, and I don't know if it says, I don't have anything on it, but yeah, it goes up high, further than the coffee enema. It gets all the way up into your intestines. Water comes in, and then stuff goes out, and it's all in that same tube. And yes, you see it. It is a little discomfort, but then at the same time, it's nice. You just relax, and then the nurse massages my stomach, and then I did it for about a half hour. And yeah, I think an alien came out of me. So I am saying the cancer came out, and I was very emotional because I saw the look on the nurse's face and just wasn't sure what came out. I said, guys, that I'm sharing everything with you. I am an open book. This has opened my eyes to, things that are just natural, and I'm just sharing everything with everybody. So if you're grossed out, sorry, it's life. And I'm sharing these natural healing ways to better myself. I want my body to be optimal health. So yes, I'm going to share not too much details, because even I'm a little bit embarrassed. But So I was laying there and she saw something. She stopped the machine. She got a sample of it. To me, it looked like an alien. Kind of freaked out. And then my nurse came in. She said something to her because my nurse is actually learning how to do it. And she made a facial expression. I was like, no, not that facial expression. So then she went, she went from like concerned to smiley. And then I just started to cry. And I know I was nervous going into the colonic. I've never had it done before. It just I wasn't sure what it entailed. I didn't really want to even know what it entailed. I just wanted to kind of go and do it and get it done. But I think I was nervous because I didn't want, like, I don't know, something else to be found or something. Or, yeah, that's, I think, just where my fear was. Like, what if something else? And I know that's a lot of people's fears, so they don't go get tested for things. But I looked at it then, I was crying and just, I needed tissues. And my nurse, Brizeta is her name. I was calling her Bree, but I think they all call her there Brizzy. And she was on my Instagram video earlier today. She's so pretty, such a sweetheart, so loving. And I was laying on this bed, so she leaned down to me, put her arms around me, and was hugging me and just telling me that she loved me and just was so there. And it's just so touching. And I just felt so safe. And then she went and got my doctor, and he came in, and he was like, it's nothing. It's not a parasite. I've seen it before. What happens is it goes further up into your intestines, and stuff gets stuck on your intestinal wall, and it's mucus and stuff. So to me, it looked like an alien, people. I was so grossed out. I kind of wanted to take a picture of this jar that had this in, and he didn't see any need to send it away to get it sampled or whatever, because he had seen it before. So he said it's okay. So that made me relax, and it's just, they're so loving. And so, yeah, I was able to do the full half hour or however long it lasted. I felt so much better afterwards. I felt like I had so much energy. I feel, like I said, I'm just getting this body back to optimal health. And I'm so happy to get rid of toxins and junk, debris that has been sitting in this body and causing the body to be in dis-ease, which causes disease. So that was the start of my day. And then from there, I went to a massage, and it was a relaxing massage. So it was a bit longer. It was about 40 minutes. And than what I was used to with getting the lymphatic drained and all in my, with all of that. So it was a more relaxing massage, and she, covered my whole body. And so that was just perfect after that colonic that I had. And after that, I went and I had lunch. No, I had breakfast because I still had not eaten yet. And I'm just trying to look at my notes to make sure. Oh, I found after that colonic, I can't eat certain foods that will make you gassy, like no pasta, no. She said if lettuce makes me gassy, don't eat it. She said like no broccoli. So she pretty much told me I should have fish, I can have rice, and then carrots. So that is what I'm set on for eating tonight, and that's going to be my mission. So fish, carrots, and rice, and just to avoid like potatoes and anything that will cause gas. So yeah, that's what you got, people. I am raw, I am real, and I am sharing it all with you. And just on that note, before I go into the rest of my day, I've been receiving so many messages, Facebook messages, Instagram messages for me, if I'm willing to talk to someone that, someone will reach out to me and say, hey, do you mind sharing your story, or talking with my brother's best friend was today. And then another one, she lost her mom. At first it's upsetting. It hits me because it's, the mom died from lung cancer, and non-small cell, non-smoker, stage 4, lung cancer. And so that at first I'm like, the human side of me kind of is like, because that's what I have. Well, stage 3B. And then, but then they go into, what were my symptoms? What am I doing? And they want to know how they can protect themselves and their family. So I am so touched that these videos are actually reaching people, and people are reaching out to me because, like I said, I'm going through this for a reason, and I want to share it with all of you. And with my videos of giving you my day-to-day treatment, you may get bored of them soon, but when I go through the treatment, even though it's the same treatment every day, I'm learning something new from each of them, and a neat experience happens. And I just love that I get to share it with all of you and that you're willing to listen. And you may listen to a bit of this video or like the whole thing or a little bit, or just pass it along, share it with whoever, because I am out to share with people my journey, and I don't want people to fear cancer. Cancer is not a death sentence. And there are things that you can do that can help prevent it. And if you are diagnosed with it, you'll live a long, healthy life. And that is what I'm doing. That's my plan. So I am so glad that I can share this with all of you. And like I said, I'm just going to be raw, real, and give you all the details. Maybe not all. I won't give you all the details from today, but I'm going to give you my emotions and what I go through and the different experiences that because this is a journey, and I am so blessed that I get to share it with all of you. So after that, after my breakfast, I went and I got my IV, and again, it was the bigger needle because I was having the UVBI, which is the ultraviolet, what is it? It's ultraviolet blood, I want to say infusion, but I don't know. It's where they take my blood and they give it back to me. So they have to use a bigger needle. So I had that, and the nurse with angel hands wasn't around. So another nurse did it, and it's a bigger needle, but it my pain threshold is getting even higher. So I had that. I received my B17. While I'm getting my B17, I did the PMF, which is the pulsed electric. Oh my gosh, I did this again yesterday. I keep forgetting what they stand for. Pulsed electric magnetic fields. And it's just, and I actually showed a video on Instagram. There are actually tubes. It's not a mat that I'm laying on. I'm sitting in a chair. So while I'm getting the B17, I put it on my abdomen, and I put it on my lower back, and then my whole back. And then I just crank that puppy up, and I just vibrate, and it feels so good. After the PEMF, I went and I had the UVBI, which, and actually did another little clip on Instagram, and I said viewer discretion advised, because you'll see her pulling blood out of my veins. And then, so I didn't show the whole process, but my nurse pulls out the blood, 2 big fat vials. I don't know they're how long they are, but they're pretty big, pulls them out, and then she puts them, I think she puts ozone in it, and then she puts it through the ultraviolet machine, and then I get my own blood back. So my blood's being healed, and I've gotten so much better. I watched her today, not putting the needle in, but actually watching my blood, and I'm sending my blood love. It used to skeeve me out to see my blood. I don't like it when it goes into the tube, the IV tube, but I'm really, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm just really connecting with it and sending it love. And I'm sorry that it's getting dark in here. Oh, that's, I don't know if I like that. We're going to go back to dim light. So I had that, and that's about an hour. And I was talking with another patient. His name's Ski. He owned a cattle ranch, and I don't know how many acres. And he raises horses at his land. That was in Washington or Montana. And now he lives in Texas. He owns some planes, and it's just, he has such an amazing story. He raises horses now in Texas, and he said he has small land. He doesn't have much land, and he said 22 acres. I think that's a lot of land. But we were talking about, raising cattle and doing all that stuff. So it's very interesting, all the different walks of life here, the different backgrounds, and it's just like I said, there's so much energy, so it's so good. And then I actually, Brian, WhatsApp me, on his way to New York. He is taking his daughter, Fiona, to New York City with a bunch of her friends to celebrate her birthday. So they, WhatsApp me because I don't have iPhone, so I don't have FaceTime. And he got to meet some people, and it's a nice distraction. So yeah, anybody wants to WhatsApp me or send me a message, I can respond during treatment. So that was fun. And then I had lunch while I was there, and it was an amazing lunch. They're going to give me recipes, so maybe I can share it with you guys. I mean, it was just an amazing lunch. And there was a dessert that was phenomenal. We were all talking about it. I could eat it every day, all day. And that's a little bit better. And after my UVBI, I had, what did I have? It's not on there. What did I have? Sorry, guys. Where is it? Oh, near infrared lamp. I had that, and that is focused on my abdomen, my lower back, and then my clavicle area. I had that, and it's 20 minutes on each spot. And then I had, in between my treatments there, I went to my girlfriend that I met here, Shannon. She is from Vancouver, and she was leaving. Today was her last day, so I ran out and I said goodbye to her, and I met her family, and so I did that, and then I came back in and finished my near infrared treatment. And then I had Indiba, which is local hyperthermia, so it's heat again, and that is on the same spots, my lower back and my clavicle area. And it just gets hot. It's on like lotion, and she goes up, puts the heat up to whatever I can withstand, and I just let her know. And then that was it. And then I met with my doctor, and it was confirmed, everybody. Sad news. I am A positive blood type. So when I had my blood type done, a blood test done to see what type I was in 2014, I think it was, at Penn, they told me I was AB negative, and I am A positive. I had 2 tests done here, and my doctor even called again today just to make sure. I'm A positive. I'm a bit bummed because AB negative is such a rare blood type, and yeah, just A positive. So when I was following Eating for Your Blood Type, and I wasn't too far off because A positive is vegetarian, and I pretty much was sticking with a vegetarian diet. I'm going to get a lot more strict with my eating. They kind of gave me an analysis, at least for 90 days after I get home, just to, and then it's like once you stop, like I've cut out sugar a long time ago. I don't crave it. I will crave some sweets, but like I use honey. So it's, once you cut out dairy, you stop craving it. Like I don't have any milk. The only dairy is cheese once in a while, but I am going to cut that out. And there's different ways, like they have, vegan cheese and all that stuff. So I'm going to be a little bit more strict with my diet. And so there's a bunch more notes that I have, but I figured I probably took up enough of your time, and I'm going to eat dinner with my parents. And I wrote some notes that one of the things was, when I talked a little bit about it earlier, I said, like, when somebody sends me a message and that, they say so-and-so died of lung cancer. And that's my mission of saying, cancer is not a death sentence. So I don't want people to fear it. And that's what I'm trying to do with these videos. And pretty much I think that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. Going to continue to inspire people to live their life to the fullest, become the best versions of themselves, and to not fear anything they're diagnosed with, not just cancer, but anything. And then one thing I was thinking of today, I'm like, who came up with the stages? Like, I never looked into it, but who decided stage 1 was what and stage 2? Why? I don't know. It's just because, stage 4, it's like, oh my gosh, you're done. But there's so many stories out there. People with stage 4 are in remission for years. So I want you all to have faith and believe and trust that you will be okay if you believe it. And that, again, I can't say it enough. Cancer is not a death sentence. There's a few other things. Like I said yesterday, I met with my therapist, who is amazing, and so much in that hour has come out, and I have a ton of homework to do. I actually have to go through and write down everybody's name that has had an impact on my life, anybody who I can think of, and if their name comes to me, then there's a reason. And not do it here because it's going to be a long process, but write down, like the first start is to write down names and, just family members, friends, lovers, past lovers. I think that's pretty much every colleagues, anybody that a name, if it comes to you, write it down. And then just when you go, you have to go into your meditation area, into your sanctuary. And then when you go into your meditation, you visualize yourself opening a door, and entering this pure place, and then you just start writing to this person, and just write all good memories, bad memories, and just write it. And then when you're finished, you do your closing, you leave, and then you go back, and the next day, the next time you meditate, you start again with that same person, and you keep addressing that same person until you don't have any more memories of them, any thoughts, anything. There's nothing else. And once that happens, and after each day, after each time that you close, you take that paper and you burn it. And then you don't move on to the next person until after you're done with, no more thoughts coming up, no more memories of that person. And it's just, you're releasing them. You're cutting the cord. You're just releasing them and moving past that experience. And I've done it a couple times with cutting the cord with people, but not to the extent that I'm going to do. And I know it's going to, I just almost lost you. And I know it's benefiting, it's healing, it's that emotional release. And that is where a ton of, that's where I believe a lot of the cancer comes from, is just tragedies and traumas and just stuff that you're holding on to that you may not even know that you're holding on to. So that's something that I don't have treatment tomorrow. We're doing an excursion. So tomorrow night, I think I'm going to do a video of different things that I've come across and different health tips and stuff. So I want to share it with all of you tomorrow, Sunday. So, and I think the excursion goes from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So I will be a bit exhausted, but I want to come on. I want to share with you some thoughts that have come in, into my brain, and different things that I've heard people say, and different healing techniques, and different health tips. So that was my day 6, and it was a great day. I have a ton of energy. I feel great. I am so blessed with all these people who my life, my journey is crossing paths with. And thank you so much for your support. And check back tomorrow. And again, keep those messages coming. I love it. It's why I'm here, to inspire. And, if you want to share any positivity with me, I gladly accept it. I love jokes. Send your jokes my way. And I hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend. My day off is tomorrow, and I'm going to go on an excursion. So I will touch base tomorrow. Thank you all for watching and for your support. Love and light, and I'll see you tomorrow.